Well, the Indian Navy's most lethal ever fighter jets have so far operated only from Goa, but given the massive security demands on the eastern coast with India's energy-rich offshore locations and sea lanes of communication, the Navy now has permission to raise a brand new fighter squadron at Visakhapatnam. A full squadron of lethal MIG-29K fighters has already begun warming up for operations there. Special correspondent Jugal Purohit with this exclusive report.
Visakhapatnam, the jewel of the Eastern Navy, known best as the country's submarine hub, is all set to take off, in a way it has never before. The sprawling naval base here will soon house a fighter squadron armed with formidable MiG-29K fighters so far confined to the west coast in Goa.
After me is the meanest platform that the Indian Navy operates today. Perhaps the most superior aircraft, fighter aircraft, in fact, in the entire Indian Armed Forces. The MiG-29Ks, imported from Russia, manufactured subsequently. They are essentially based on board the aircraft carrier Vikramaditya. We are also given to understand that when the indigenous aircraft carrier still being made and named as Vikrant will be ready and commissioned, will be deployed in the east, and that's when a complement of the MiG-29Ks and the LCA Tejas, the naval version of the same, will be embarking on board and will be forming the offensive arm, the offensive aerial arm.
The multi-role MiG-29K is a formidable warplane capable of missions against enemy aircraft, ships and land targets. The fighters are being deployed in anticipation of India's first indigenous aircraft carrier Vikrant that will arrive off these shores in 2016. In the meanwhile, India's island territories and energy resources in the Bay of Bengal have a thundering new fleet to defend them.
Yeah, this is one of the best aircraft in the world today, and especially one of the best carrier-borne aircraft. Very few countries have this capability. It's a fourth generation air dominance fighter, as I've already said, and the aircraft has a lot of air-to-air capability. We've got a very capable radar which can do air-to-ground work, it can do air-to-air work.
Basically हम लोग फौजी हैं, तो हम लोग -50 से +50 में ऑपरेट करने की कैपेबिलिटी रखते हैं. डेगा में थोड़ा गर्मी है, बेस नहीं है, थोड़ी सी दिक्कत आती है, बट हम कंफर्टेबल हैं.
Finally, out there are the extremely reliable Dornier aircraft. They are used for medium range maritime reconnaissance, which is essentially not a combat role, but a role which prepares you for combat. These are aircraft which have been in the Indian Navy as well as the other services for more than 2 decades and have discharged their duties with absolute grace and excellence.
The Navy couldn't be more pleased with the opportunity to flex its muscle eastward, crucial to overall national defense, and the beautiful naval base in what's now the residual state Andhra Pradesh's largest city gets something thundering to smile about.
We are at the INS Dega, which right now is an extremely awesome sight, but is in the times to come going to only acquire a heavier, a more offensive and an extremely mean profile. With camera person Shivamurthy, Jugal Purohit at the INS Dega in Visakhapatnam. Jugal Purohit for Headlines Today.